My name is Friaz. I'm a consultant psychiatrist and director at the Autism and ADHD Diagnostic Centre. The Diagnostic Centre is a service that helps diagnose neurodevelopmental disorders like autism and ADHD. And essentially we're a multidisciplinary team made up of psychiatrists, psychologists, speech and language therapists, nurse practitioners and occupational therapists that are trained in the diagnosis and assessment of individuals with neurodevelopmental disorders.
Due to awareness about neurodevelopmental condition, there's a lot more people coming forward looking for these assessments, which meant there is better recognition of these symptoms, but also a large number of referrals were coming through NHS. So in 2020, we decided to establish a company so that we could help.
By developing the service, we were able to then help NHS providers refer patients to us to help them to improve their waiting lists and allow access to diagnoses in a timely manner to individuals that need them.
The people that are coming for autism diagnosis, I realise that we're not the start of their journey. There probably has been a long time that they've thought that there's something there, but they're not quite sure what. And I do believe that people need to have that opportunity to explore. Is this autism or is it not autism? And that's really important for their ongoing care and support in terms of their own personal well-being.
There's a crisis in terms of recruitment in all spectrum of health and social care. And so we're moving into a stage where more and more NHS services are relying on the private sector and need to build trusting relationships with individuals, and it's difficult to pick out who is being able to deliver the type of service that you could actually trust your patients with. And that is something that's a strength with us. All of us are really proud of our professions, and we ensure that the individuals that work with us are the best in their field, they are experienced and qualified, and they bring a lot to the service.
In terms of quality assurance, we have a weekly multidisciplinary group that meets where all assessments are presented and discussed, or check that the process has been followed properly.
Because it's a team approach and it's a multidisciplinary health team, we draw from each other's experience and knowledge, and in doing so we're able to provide quite a holistic and full review of the person so that we're not missing anything out.
It's very important to continue to nurture that development and that growth, and so we have clinical governance structures in place to ensure that we're listening to our patients, listening to services, listening to our staff, and that's really the ethos that, we're not standing still. We want to make sure that we continue to provide the best possible service that we can provide and continue to develop and grow.
We're always looking to recruit new staff because we are a developing service, and we want to ensure that we have well-rounded skill sets for the purpose of diagnosis. And our expectations are that we would have people who are empathetic, understanding, but are skilled and knowledgeable in the areas of neurodevelopmental disorders, and that we always aim to achieve gold standards within the assessments.
We're going through a really exciting time right now. We're expanding. More and more services are trusting us with their patients. We're getting really good feedback from the patients themselves. Our goals are to then recruit more members to our team and expand within Scotland, but also nationally. And we're hoping to be able to help more individuals that are waiting for diagnoses. And eventually, we hope that we can expand it from a diagnostic service to help give advice, training and support to individuals with neurodevelopmental disorders.
Everybody who comes in is different. They have their own story, and it's lovely when I finish the assessment and you ask them how they are, and they're like, oh, it's really nice to be listened to be able to say things knowing that it might lead to me finding out why I am the way I am.
What I find most rewarding in my work is individuals that come to us when they are struggling, and it's being able to recognise what's wrong with these individuals, being able to diagnose them appropriately, and then usually provide clinical leadership to a multi-agency team for the assessment process, but also to devise care plans to try and help people feel better and then have a happy, healthy and as fulfilling a life as possible.